Hello Glamour Ghouls and welcome back. If you are new here, my name is Midge Munster and on this channel we do all things campy, kooky, glamorous, and spooky. First of all, hello, I'm back. We'll get a little bit more into that as we go into the video, but I want to start out by talking about today's project because I'm very excited. I got a wave of creative energy, which I have not had in a very long time, and I'm really, really excited. So I think it'll be easier if I chat with you while I craft. So we're going to talk about what we are making today. Getting into some Creepmas content just in time for the holiday season. One of my lovely internet friends, Shay, over at Designed by Shay, incredible artist, be sure to check her out if you haven't already. She had posted this art probably, I don't know, a month or so ago, and I cannot tell you the number of you that sent it to me, tagged me in it, all kinds of things. Plus, a lot of you were sending me the work of this amazing artist, and I had multiple people request, can you do this, but spooky? And one thing we know about this channel, Midge loves to make something weird to put on her head, and she's gonna make it spooky. What I love about this project is that these Christmas tree hats are rooted in mid-century America, which y'all know is a big passion of mine. Before they were fashion accessories, these showed up in advertisements and holiday cards in the 40s, 50s, and 60s. We see lots of imagery of these women with these big Christmas tree hats on their head and beautiful coiffed hair. And much like I do today, women of that time saw these images and wanted to create their own to wear to holiday parties. So I am really excited to make one of my own. I've actually wanted to do this for some time, and then when so many people requested that I do a spooky one, I couldn't say no. These have been really popular on Instagram the last couple of years. I've seen lots of iterations of this, but to my knowledge, I have not seen anyone do it spooky yet. Wax Poetic Clothing is the closest I've seen. They did a really cute shoot for their new holiday Priscilla dress, but even that was just like dark aesthetic. It wasn't fully spooky, but I have a really exciting design plan for this, so let's jump in. So first things first, you need a Christmas tree form of some kind to make this work. You can use like a foam cone, but the problem with that is it's flat on the bottom, so you'd have to mold it or shape it to your head somehow. You can find these Christmas tree like cage forms at craft stores. I know a lot of people found plastic ones at like Dollar Tree, I believe I've been seeing on Instagram. I found this metal one. It's still really lightweight. It's not heavy. This was from Michael's and it was on sale for $6. And because it has this hollow nature to it, it's really lightweight and it has a nice hole to perch it on your noggin, which is great. So we're gonna be using this as our base. We're gonna start out by just wrapping the base of this in a tinsel garland. I chose black because that is the spookiest color. And this has nice rungs all the way up to attach to. So we're just gonna hot glue it on. I'm gonna probably pull out my high power hot glue gun for this, but we'll just attach it and go up the rungs here. And while I work on that, we can address the elephant in the room. Hey, Barb.
Hey, Midge, what's going on?
Sorry, couldn't resist. So I have been gone for the better part of 2 months. And to an extent, I don't want to ruminate on that or make this video about that. But I do just want to touch base with you all because I've had a lot of people, worried about me, which is valid, and I've had people express frustration and just being upset that like content didn't come out in October, which is also valid. While I had to do what was best for myself in that moment, I understand that there was, an expectation and that I did not meet that expectation and that people were bummed out or let down. And I totally understand that. To make a very nuanced subject simplified, about halfway through October, some really bad stuff happened. on a global level, obviously, there are lots of horrible things happening in the world right now, and also on a personal level. Right before the last video that you saw on the channel, I had a really horrible tragedy happen within my personal life that affected a lot of people that I loved and affected me in ways I didn't expect, and that just took priority. I got very, very sick after that in October. I had what I think was likely pneumonia. I was very, very sick for like over 2.5 weeks. And honestly, at the end of it all, I've been just struggling with my physical health, with my mental health. A lot of you know that I have a chronic illness that I've been battling for a couple of years. And when you add not feeling your best 60 to 70% of the time on top of already struggling with mental health, you can just get really down, honestly. And it has taken a lot out of me. Now, like I said, I don't want to make this video about that. I don't want to bum you all out. I don't want to make my problems your problems. We all have our own things that we are dealing with, but I just wanted to generally address kind of what happened and where I've been, so that hopefully you can understand and we can continue moving forward. I needed the time to regroup and take care of myself. And while I don't regret taking that time, it was unfortunate that it fell when it did. And I've had a lot of people express how disappointed they were that the Sleepy Hollow video didn't come out and the house tour didn't come out. And believe me, no one is as disappointed as I am. I want nothing more than to make awesome content and share it with you all, but I cannot pour from an empty cup. And I realized something the other day when I was thinking about why it's been so hard for me to get in front of the camera. And I realized that for me, the purpose of what I do is to share my joy and excitement with all of you. And truth be told, for the last couple of months, I have not had a ton of joy or excitement to share. Sometimes it feels really silly making my little videos online when it feels like the world is on fire. But what I'm trying to remind myself of right now is that creating a space for people to breathe can be purposeful and important, and that I have a platform that I can use, and I'm hoping to find ways in the new year to be creating with a why and still keep it fun and entertaining, but also find ways to use this platform to help as much as I can. It's a really good time of year to reflect on what you do have and how you might be able to use your position to help people who might not be where you're at. Anyway, that is my little rant portion of this video. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being patient with me and giving me grace and time that I needed. And just please know that I appreciate you all so much. I love this channel. I'm very, very grateful that I am able to do this as a job, and that I have a job that gives me the freedom to take a break when I need it. I know that is a luxury not everyone has, so I'm very grateful. Okay, we are just about there. This is looking super fun. I'm gonna finish up the top of this and then I will show you what the plan is for the rest of the tree. Okay, so this is already looking so cute. I love how fluffy it is. Here's where we're gonna get a little crazy. I've never seen anyone do this and there's probably a reason for that, but I wanted to make this as crazy and spooky and kitschy as possible. And to me, things aren't really spooky unless they have a spooky glow. So I have these fairy lights that I want to add into this before we start decorating it. And it's got a little battery pack, which is perfect because you can hide that inside the hat and click it on before you put it on and it will be out of the way and no one will see it. So they just have a little button and they're subtle, but you'll be able to see them for sure. Oh my gosh. I did not know that they had all these different settings. What? Okay, well, mind blown. We have options. Is this going to make the hat heavier? Yes. Do I care? No. Okay, really big dollop of hot glue. In we go. Now I'm just gonna wrap these into the tree. And I think this wire is kind of stiff enough that we don't really need to tack this down. We can just kind of wrap it and then tack it at the top. Perfect. And like I said, because of how these type of lights work, you can just snip them and those ones stay lit and you can get rid of the excess. Ah, so cute. We've got the colors on right now, but can make it flashing, or I like kind of, oh, that's changing colors too. I kind of like just the solid white. I think it's really fun. Honestly, it looks a lot like my Christmas tree. Okay, well, that is already so fun. Now we need to add the rest of the decorations. So this is the part I'm most excited about. I was trying to decide how I wanted to make this spooky, and I thought about doing a Krampus tree, but I feel like Krampus has just kind of been overdone this year, both by me and by other people already. Even though I think that'd be really cool, it just wasn't really speaking to me. I wanted something more glamorous, but I wanted something evidently spooky, not just a dark color palette. And then I remembered, I can't remember if it was last year or the year before, but a subscriber sent me these in my post office box. These are little Jingle Bell spider ornaments. They're super cute. They had little hangers on them. There was a box of 6 of them that they sent to my P.O. box. I actually still have the note that came with these. These are from Lynette. Lynette sent me these. So Lynette, if you're watching, thank you very much. I loved these when I got them. If y'all watched my Christmas video 2 years ago, I think now, I did a video about the Christmas spider legend and did a whole tree based on that. And so I love spiders for Christmas. And I love that they were made out of little jingle bells. However, because they were purple and green and gold, they don't really match what I would use for Christmas decor normally, and I don't really do like a tree or anything at Halloween anymore. And I'm trying to craft more sustainably and use things I already have, so I was looking around in my basement looking for things I could use for this, and I spotted this box of Jingle Bell spiders and thought, oh my god, what could be more perfect than Jingle Bell spiders on a Christmas tree? So I took them outside, I spray painted 3 of them gold and added just a little bit of fine glitter on the bodies, and I think they are so beautiful. So these are going to be the hero of this tree. They're going to be the main event, and I've got 3, so I'm going to do 2 on the front and then 1 on the back in the center. And then we're gonna supplement in with some other ornaments to add a little bit of color. So I'm gonna add these just again with hot glue to the front. I'm gonna do 2 on the front and make them kind of angled, like they're crawling up the tree. Oh my gosh, this is gonna be so pretty. Look at that already. Like, it's so glam with the like gold. It's just beautiful. I also like that, I mean, if we're going for like kitschy and ridiculous, I love that these add a noise element. So now we're lighting up and we're making jingle bell sounds as we make our way through the 1960s office Christmas party. Oh my gosh, perfection. How cute is that? Now I want to add some color. So I've got some Christmas bulbs. Actually, you know what? Before we do that, should we put some like ribbon in there? I brought out a couple things I already had. Got this gold. That's kind of nice. I should have done this before the spiders. I've also got red. I think that's too cherry red. I don't know if I like that. Also got some like red Mardi Gras beads I had. I thought might make kind of a cool, I actually kind of like those. I think that's kind of fun. I think this beaded garland is kind of a moment. So I'm gonna snip this necklace. And I think I'm gonna start this up top. I had a really cool moment today. I had a type of gold spray paint that I was trying to use for the spiders, and it just wasn't quite right. It was too bronze. So I needed to get a more gold color of paint. So I popped up to Michael's real quick, and like, keep in mind, this is the first time I filmed in a while, right? And while I'm in line, this couple next to me was like, "Are you a YouTuber?" I was like, "Yeah, I am." And they were like, "Oh my gosh, you're our daughter's favorite YouTuber." It was just so cool to have kind of that, I don't know, confirmation, affirmation from the universe of like, here I am filming for the first time in who knows how long. And then to like run into subscribers in the wild when I was only in the store for maybe like 10 minutes tops. It was just very cool. Anyway, I found out that I have a very cool 13-year-old subscriber named Lucy here in Kansas City. So Lucy, if you're watching, hello. Okay, yeah, I like the way that looks. So I think now the last thing I want to do, I really do feel like I want to add some like Christmas balls, because all of these types of hats have like Christmas ornaments. I have a mix of these like larger shiny red and this more matte gold. And I think with the glittery spiders, that's gonna be a good fit. So I think I'm gonna add in a few of those. This is such a fun, simple project you can definitely do in just like an afternoon. You for sure still have time to do this before Christmas if this is something you want to do. You'll definitely be a hit at the family event in this. I'm just putting a pretty liberal amount of glue over the top of these and then sticking the top of the ornament that you would hang on the tree into the cage so that it has something to adhere to. So here is what we are looking like. The last couple things we need a ribbon to tie this to our chin, and we need a star on top. So I have the perfect star. My mom had gotten me a Christmas spider ornament, and Mom, I know you're watching, don't worry, I got a second one. This is not the one you gave me, but I thought about it when I was getting ready to make this, and I thought that would make the perfect star for the top of the tree. So I got another one, and isn't that perfect? It's like a little gold web with a crystal in the middle. And so we are going to attach that up here as the perfect star at the top of our tree. Okay, so as is typical of me, I took a step back from it off camera and decided it needed a little bit more. So I remembered I had these smaller green bulbs and I kind of peppered those into the mix, and I think that really finished it off, like really brought it to life and made it complete. I think it needed something else besides just the red and the gold to have more depth and dimension. So I like the traditional holiday colors with the spooky mix. I think that's really fun. Now the only thing left to do is to add the ribbon to tie this onto our head. So I originally had gotten black velvet. I thought that would be really beautiful and sleek, and nothing says the holiday season like velvet to me. But then I remembered sometimes it pays off in my crafting to be a bit of a hoarder. And I was thinking to myself, don't I have some spider web ribbon that I saved from a P.O. box package somewhere? And I found it in my desk drawer upstairs. It is this perfect, thick spider web ribbon, and it's literally like the exact perfect amount to tie around my head. So whoever sent me this in my P.O. box, whoever sent the package with this, thank you. I've kept it for quite some time, for hoping that I would come across the right occasion to use it. So I think what I'm gonna do is thread this through the like cage, and then obviously also tack it to the right spot with hot glue. That way the ribbon goes all the way underneath and supports on top of my head. And then it'll just come down like this. We'll make sure it's nice and even. We'll be able to tie it in a bow under our chin. So I'm just gonna tack that down, make sure it's even. And then I think I need to get nice and glam to do the reveal for this on my head. So I will see you in just a moment. Well, here is this. This is hilarious, and it's very difficult to try to capture the full thing on camera. But I think it turned out really, really cute. I'm really happy with the overall result. I will say it is not intensely heavy, but definitely like, I'm not going to any parties and cutting a rug in this. It is a substantial piece that is for sitting or taking photos. If you make one of these, I would definitely recommend not doing the battery pack. I think that's adding a lot of unnecessary weight, even though it's super cute. But the great thing is, this is something too that if you're not wearing it, you can take the ribbon out and just display it, which is probably what I'll end up doing, honestly, is just displaying it as a decoration. But I think it's really fun and spooky and festive. Like I mentioned, this is definitely an afternoon craft, so you totally have time to make one of these for yourself before your family Christmas parties, or it'd be a great thing to wear to like a holiday pop-up bar. As always, if you try this yourself, be sure to tag me over on Instagram. I would absolutely love to see your spooky versions of the Kitschy Christmas tree hat. And thank you all so much for watching today. Again, thank you for your patience with me during my time away. This was a really fun, kind of simple craft to get back in action, so I'm excited to be back and be making content for you again. Be sure to come back tomorrow for a very special presentation from my podcast, Ghouls Night In. We filmed a holiday special for you, and that will be live tomorrow on the channel, so be sure to check back for that. As always, if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to the channel before you leave today, and I hope you all have a wonderful holiday season. I will see you again very soon. Until next time, keep it campy, kooky, glamorous, and spooky. Bye!